Hey guys, my name is Nora Franche, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessed Mess Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. Hey guys, we are doing another Melody.The, page 332, Grief in Action, November 17th. Trust in God and do something. Mary Lyon. It's important to let ourselves grieve as a passage between yesterday and tomorrow. But we do not have to be controlled unduly by our grief or our pain. There are times when we have grieved, surrendered to the heaviness, tiredness, and weariness of a circumstance long enough. It becomes time to break out. It comes time to take action. We will know when it's time to break the routine of grieving. There will be signs within and around us. We will become tired of the heaviness. An idea will occur. An opportunity will present itself. We may think, no, too much effort. Do it anyway. Try something. Reach out. Stretch. Do something unusual. Something different. Something special. A new activity may help trigger the transformation process. Stay up 2 hours later than usual. Make an appointment to do something for yourself that is different from what you usually do. Visit someone you haven't seen in years. Do something to encourage and help the new energy coming your way. We may not feel like breaking out of grief. It may feel safer, easier to remain in our cocoon. Begin pushing out anyway. Test the walls of your cocoon. Push. Push a little harder. It may be time to emerge. Today, I will trust God and the process, but I will also take action to help myself feel better. There is a Joan of Arc quote that I may or may not have shared, but it is, act and he will act. Move and he will move. And I think it's so funny because in a way it's so obvious, and yet I feel like for so many of us, we're always waiting for God to like do something before we forge ahead. We're like, God, I need a sign. I need to know that this is the right thing. And I love the simple wisdom of her quote that if you move, he moves too. And if you act, he acts too. We don't do anything completely of our own volition. And I think it's just it reminded me here, trust in God and do something. We can't just sit and wait. And often it is comfortable. Often we don't know what the right thing to do is, and that can feel pretty paralyzing. But there is that phrase, with action comes clarity, that has proved itself to be true time and again and again. And there's a huge element of trusting your higher power, that whatever action you take can either be repaired or will lead you towards the right action, the right next step, because it will bring you further clarity. And there's also trust in yourself, that you can make good decisions, that whichever way this goes, you will have your back, and to give yourself permission to not get it right. Maybe you do step out of your cocoon and then you're like, yep, nope, too early. I was not ready for that. And then and then you have permission to go back and be in the cocoon for a little bit longer. But you won't know till you try. You don't need to be foolhardy. Use your judgment. Use that virtue of prudence. But at the same time, if you're on the fence, there's, that book by Father Jacques Philippe, Interior Freedom. Eventually, you just have to make a choice and move forward. And like this quote says, you need to do something. And trust is just coming up again and again. It is the foundation of the spiritual life. I'm coming to see this. This willingness to close your eyes and like you did when you're a little kid, that backward trust fall. Just believing, even if you have your doubts, believing enough to let yourself go so that you can be caught. Because you can't be caught unless you fall. Because then you're just standing. You don't need it. And so that's the hard part. We want to know in advance, like, you're going to catch me, right? You're going to catch me. But the thing is even if he says yes, we won't be convinced. We won't have that experiential knowledge. We won't know deep in our hearts and our guts that he has caught us and will catch us again and again until we do it, until we trust fall, until we do something and experience the realization of the reality of a higher power who catches us when we fall. With that, I pass. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you are here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess. And I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.